When you play the Game of Thrones, you
subscribe and like,
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Alright, hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Grease Goblin YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be tackling the subject of, is Quentyn Martell actually dead? Is he still alive technically? Was this someone else that got burned? All of the theories in the around Quentyn's death we're going to talk about in this video. But before we get into it, if you guys like to like, subscribe, and comment for more of this type of content, please do it up to the channel, grow your appeal. I might like this content as well. If you guys wanted to follow the Twitter and Instagram, they'll be there as well. If you guys want to see a little bit more of my personal life or just updates on the channel, that'll be the better place to go. And if you guys had any questions for me, those are better ways to contact me as well. So getting into Quentyn. Quentyn for me is an interesting question of, is he actually dead? Because there's no real confirmed Quentyn is dead. We don't see Quentyn as being dead. It's very much like, oh, he's going to die, but he hasn't died yet. And the other thing is, in his POV chapter, he's not actually, like, dead. He's just like, oh, he feels some burning and he screams. But is he dead? Or is he going to die? And I think to answer this question, we have to look at, narratively, what purpose does Quentyn now serve in the story? And I think he doesn't serve one anymore. I think his purpose was served. Because I think you had to have some sort of idea where the Dornish try to get with Daenerys. It doesn't end up happening, so they go with Aegon instead, and that ends up screwing them over in the long run. So that's kind of what I think Quentyn's role was in the actual story. And it was also to give Daenerys another option of going to Westeros, where there'd be more men there to help her. So with Quentyn's death, it's going to achieve that, A, Doran is not going to go for Daenerys. That bridge is burned. He is not going to go for her now. He is going to go for Aegon. And Arianne is already backing up this decision. Either way, that is what Quentyn is kind of being used as a piece of just Doran and them. They're already kind of leaning towards Aegon. This should just push them over the edge. Now, let's say Quentyn is alive. What does Quentyn bring to the table? Quentyn is definitely not going to be with the Daenerys camp after this, right? He's tried to steal her dragons. There's just no way, if he's even allowed to leave, that he is going to be with Daenerys. And that would just, all it's going to do is it's going to say to Doran, it's like, okay, we have to go for Aegon then. So it achieves the exact same thing if Quentyn's dead. Right? I mean, the only thing I can see is that Quentyn would know more about the dragons, would know more about Daenerys' camp. That would make him useful to someone like Aegon. But again, it's a big stretch. And I think George, at this current point, needs to condense the story. Get rid of characters that aren't needed. And Quentyn just isn't needed right now. The main focus with the Dornish is going to be on Arianne and Doran and the Sand Snakes. It's not on Quentyn. So, with all that being said, I just don't see a reason for him to be alive. It doesn't make much sense at all. Unless he is alive for some reason, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Why would Quentyn be alive, and what are your reasons for why? I just think with the Dragonfire, the wounds he has, it's very similar to Loras, right? Where I think Loras is also going to die. And what would the point of them being alive still be? So to me, that is kind of how I look at the theory of, is Quentyn still alive? The whole theory is more or less built upon that we don't actually see Quentyn really die. Because we come back with Barristan and he's not actually dead yet because Missandei's been with him the whole time. But it's like, yeah, but, you know, like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of his story at this point? I think his story has been fulfilled and that his character arc is kind of done. I don't really see where he would go from there here. So that is the video. It's a really short video. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is Quentyn still alive? And is he going to impact the story in any way, shape, or form? So, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.